From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games are ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple of little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Ready.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind a line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now here's Young. Short pass caught by Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Ready.
Young off the play fake. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at about the 28. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Takes it to about the 37. You talk about this Rams defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on, top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
They juked him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Richardson off the play fake. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Richardson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Andrew Billings gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He will push his way down to about the 14. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
2nd down and 8. Richardson looking to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is held. So it is. That challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check white. Yellow. Line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, This ship is about ready to pull out a point. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, here's Richardson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Captain 11, Captain 11. Let's go.
Now it's Richardson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Giants at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much. Loss results there.
Third down and 13. Richardson working from the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Young now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Complete right side to Hyatt. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out to his left. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalin Hyatt, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Okay, right? Smith, rest. Set.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Wiggles free. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Young had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That throw by Young incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Bullock's kick is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the third drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they try the right side here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Richardson to the air on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. we're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first down throw for Young. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Check pink, check white, yellow, lining, Smith red.
They go play action. Young, and going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Opposite, switch, yellow, black swap.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Deputy Ranger, Deputy Ranger.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Let's go now.
Now third down and very long. And Richardson back to throw it. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. A first down throw for Young. And that one too wide and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Let's go.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And Young's throw there incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before the half. Richardson. That one finds Hyatt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we come upon halftime, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Giants offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Drop 50, drop 50. Ready.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Still fighting for more. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
On 2nd down, Young. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Young. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And New York set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They go play action with Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Richardson off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. Richardson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Off play action. Richardson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Check pitch.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here is Young.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Check white, yellow, Lonnie, Smith, red.
Young off the bootleg. Short pass caught by Henry. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Green, swing, yellow, black swap, check pitch.
Off the play fake, Young. He's got the connection to Moore. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To the air once more, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going. Touchdown, LA! Hunter Henry, 44 yards. And the Rams are back within a score. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Okay, break.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Play action. Now Richardson
rolling to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage.
Brian Brzee, the man to bring him down. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw caught by Olave.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And
touchdown!
Chris Olave.
35 yards.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Richardson will throw for it.
It's complete. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Come on, set, ready.
Young looks to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Chase Young
make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Young.
And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game. but it winds up incomplete.
Set. Check White.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, ready.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
That throw by Young incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Young on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Here we go.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case. As
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Jack Panther. Bring it. Reload. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Check.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
Down. Cut.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Young on 1st down.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now they're in the hurry up. Out of the gun, it's Young.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It'll be Young again.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They go play action with Richardson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Going for it on fourth, Richardson. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Now here's Young. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll throw again. Young. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time,
and it'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Giants, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.